Hi everyone, my name is Eric and today I will be reviewing the Syma S026 mini Chinook RC helicopter. This is the mini version, but Syma also made a larger version, the S34, which I also reviewed. This is the S34, and to give you guys some perspective, the body length of the S34 is about 11.5 inches. The S026 is only about 6.5. And if you guys like this one, I included a link in the description below where you can pick one up. All right, let's get into it. So quick history on the Chinook is that it's actually made by Boeing and it was introduced in 1962. The top speed on this one is 196 miles per hour and they cost around $38.5 million to produce, and they've actually been sold to 16 nations. Now at sea level, where the air is nice and dense, the Chinook can actually carry around 8,000 pounds of payload. Pretty impressive. Now the controllers work the same as all of other scale military helicopters like the Black Hawk, and I'll show you guys all the different ones. But the way it works is you have your throttle, that's just going to make your helicopter go up and down, and then you have side to side, and what that's going to do is speed up or slow down your rotors back here. That's going to make your helicopter turn left and right. And then forward and reverse, that's going to make these two rotors go faster in the back and make it go forward, or slow them down and make it go in reverse. So now with the Chinook, you have these you have all these blades that need to be loose. So before you go flying it, you guys want to make sure that you loosen every single screw. I know when this came in the mail, some of these blades are actually over tightened, and by that I mean when you just let them go, they would just stay stiff. So you just want to make sure that all of these fall freely. So when you hold them up like that, see how these all fall. If they stay stiff, like if they stay rigid when you let go and they just stay up here, you need to loosen these screws a little bit. Now as far as how easy this one is to fly, this is definitely a beginner's helicopter. But out of all the other models, and I'll go ahead and list all those right now. You got the Black Hawk, which is the S102, your Super Cobra, your Apache, and then you also have your Airwolf, the S111. Now the Chinook will be a little bit harder to fly, not by much. I think the only thing that really makes it hard to fly is it just seems to be like the trim constantly needs to be adjusted, which is pretty easy because on the control, really the trim is just this dial right here, and you're gonna adjust that to get it from to stop spinning. But it is just a little bit more challenging. The speed is pretty much the same. It's going to be the same as the Black Hawk and the Apache. Your two faster models will be the Super Cobra and the Airwolf. Now the blades are a little bit smaller, so they're not going to be replaceable. Whereas these four, if you break one on one helicopter, you can actually replace it with the other. Now as far as charging goes, they all use the same charger. They come with this little USB charger. And you can charge this either off your remote, you can plug your helicopter in here, or you can plug this into your computer. Some cell phone chargers will have a USB port, or what I recommend is getting a wall USB charger like this. I'll include a link where you can find one like this in the description below. And the great thing about these wall USB chargers is you can plug in more than one at a time. And that's just really convenient if you have more than one helicopter, or if you need to charge like a cell phone at the same time. Now the light on this one, it's a little cheesy. I wish they would have done a better job with the light. It's just kind of filters through a couple different colors. Not as cool as the other ones. Now it is infrared. So if you guys do want to fly this outside, you have to fly it in the shade. It cannot be in direct sunlight. And the control constantly has to be pointing at the helicopter, and there can be no wind, not even a breeze. Just because this thing is so slow, it can't really fight much of a breeze at all. Flight times are pretty average. You're looking at around 6 to 7 minutes. So overall, it is a beginner's helicopter. It is really fun to fly. I love how unique this Chinook is with the two rotors on the front and the back. It's a really cool looking helicopter. It's a great addition. And you can, just remember, you can fly with more than one. So if you have, if you want to fly with a friend, you just switch the tabs up top. And like with any helicopter, there are tiny little gears in here. And with these, they are like little plastic gears. So if you ever tip over, if the blades can't spin freely, or if you guys are ever crashing, make sure to keep the throttle at 0. Immediately put the throttle down, because you don't want these gears, these plastic gears, to be trying to spin when the blades can't. That's going to be one way, the fastest way that you can break your helicopter, because replacing blades is pretty easy. It's just one screw, but you can't really get in there and replace those gears. So that's going to be the biggest tip to keeping your helicopter lasting a long time. Also, the battery, when you guys are done flying it, let the battery cool down for about 10-15 minutes before you go plugging it in and charging it. Okay, now let's get into the flight review of the Syma S026 Chinook Mini. If you guys like the video, I'd appreciate that thumbs up, and make sure to subscribe to keep up to date with my future reviews. Thank you so much, guys. Bye-bye.